Greetings, followers of the Blood God, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech, The First Wendigo, Episode 12, Blood God. Old sells the throne room? Not until building a throne room is a voted goal. I was just setting it up so that it can be a throne room at some point, but it's only going to matter once it's voted on. Parduk, you should probably recharge sometime soon. But yeah, there we go. Farm is back and producing again. I'm going to have Wendy on construction to finish up the prisoners. So the other thing that I wanted to build here was gene processing. So I'm going to be moving my gene processing facility to this location. And this is where I'm going to have growth vats and the gene extractor, gene banks, gene assemblers, and then once I have the gene processors researched, gene processors as well, so that I can do significant xenogerm implantation eventually. Come on, Kim, just convert already. You're at 1%. All right, there you go. And enslave. Why won't it let me warden? I guess I've interacted too recently. Why are you in pain? Oh, because of the biostarvation. Like how it's just like, ow, that hurts. That's all they say. No, okay. You look idle, so just lay there. I want Parduk to recharge. Whatever. At least someone's doing it. Kish! Because I have nothing else that I'm working on at the moment, you can help construct the floors. So gene extractor, I'll stick that just here. It's fine. Right outside of the prison room. Seems suited. Yeah, if you're wondering how I changed the default scenario, just watch the first episode on YouTube. It goes through all of the scenario setup and all of that jazz. Can I move the old stuff? No, I cannot. It cannot be moved. 9 hours for ovum on Vassallo. And I can already take in ovum from Sky. This should be instant enslavement. And there it is, done. Kim is now a slave. Kim, you are not going to be able to consume drugs, but I will give you perishable cannibal foods. You will carry around meds with you. And let's kick off the giveaway for Kim. So the first thing I want you to do is to fertilize a whole bunch of eggs. 1, and then we'll see if any of them are viable. They probably are. What is your mood about? Alcohol withdrawal? I don't care. You're not getting booze. This is your bedroom. I don't care that you're jealous. So this egg still has gaunt head. This one doesn't have a desired trait, I think. Let me double check. Yeah, doesn't have a desirable trait, so it's not viable. And this one doesn't have a desired trait and has gaunt head. Okay, so all three are losers. That's too bad. I do need to make a new slave collar and strap for you, though, so that you're suppressed. Because your suppression is really not great right now. And we'll set you up to firefight, doctor, cook, grow, and mine. You're better than Zilla already. It wants me to have a guide roll. Well, nope. It's actually weird that it wants me to have a guide roll, considering I only have 2 people. Critical Foxes, thanks for all the gifted subs, man. I'm glad you're enjoying all the Crimes Against Humanity. Ooh, Slow Wayne, you're probably out of battery. You are. Wouldn't be a terrible idea for me to get a second small charger going, because I'm regularly out of battery. You got yourself the pink color. So I'm going to keep him behind the walls so that he can't go wandering far enough that it gets him downed, like Zilla did. And there is 2.5 minutes left on that there poll. So who of you guys have genes regrowed? None of ya. Alright. So we're still doing Vassallo cross Boss and Sky cross Kim. Hopefully Sky cross Kim will yield something useful at some point. That hasn't been the case yet, but there is hope. Temple's not bad. Looking pretty dark and devious. And then once I have more rice, I'll move the prisoners over. So the other parts of this facility... How wide is this? 13... Oh, perfectly imperfect. The other parts of this facility is the gene assembler and gene banks. But I'm going to get fabrication first. So what gene processing does is it allows you to make more complex xenogerms for implantation. There's a complexity ceiling for gene assembly until you add more gene processors. And it all has adjacency, kind of like tool benches or multi-analyzers. So you want your gene banks and your gene processors next to your gene assembler. So over here, if I go to biotech and do gene assembler, if I have a gene assembler, let's say in this spot, and I'm just going to fake it for now, I would want like a bunch of gene banks to bank the genes that I want to be processed and used for xenogerms, meaning only the better genes, and then a bunch of gene processors around it as well. What I might end up wanting to do is to move some of these structures around for efficiency. So probably have the assembler like here, nice and in the middle of the room, and then the processors and banks around it. But it's going to require a lot more steel than what I have at my disposal at the moment, because we need to go hauling for that. And my soul lane, my lifter bot, I think is offline due to lack of power. Oh no, he's getting charged up now. ETA Mac? Oh, I don't have an ETA. Mac is 4 years old, so whenever Mac hits 16. Kim, you're idle. All right, how about standard bot zoning is you'll be allowed. And then also, you're allowed to repair things, because I have a lot of broken stuff. And you're going to be raffled off to Sky Peanut. So, use channel point redemptions to pick a name if you want. So wants neural supercharge and no guide. I could make Mac guide. I think if anyone's going to be a leader, it's going to be Wendy, obviously. The leader role is literally called Wendy. But if I do a role change here, I don't think guides can be children, so I'm not even going to fulfill the guide role until Mac or someone else is a full-fledged colonist. But Mac is a colonist, having met the requirements. It's cold in there, huh? Let me crank up the heat a little bit to 76. So if you... So Sky Peanut cooks, but doesn't have the skill enough to make fine meals yet. So I think what I'll do is to have Sky Peanut practice just by making simple meals, like cannibal simple meals, until he hits level 6. So that I don't have to do any cooking myself. So I'll eat the remainder of these meals here. So on this shelf, I'm gonna put simple meals, so that these simple meals can be used up, because these simple meals are not cannibalistic. So these prisoners here, I think what I'm gonna do is to have a new food restriction, or to go to the old food restrictions. Raw bug, get rid of. No food, I probably shouldn't have gotten rid of. But raw rice is going to be prison food. And that way it will change from simple meals without human meat and rice. And that way they can eat these simple meals that I have. I could also have Sky Peanut make simple meals for the prisoners to eat, keeping them a little bit happier and less likely to rebel. Just because if a slave's doing it, it's not a problem for me. You, Vassallo, can give up an ovum. I just realized. And then boss, that means I am going to re-enslave you. If you're wondering about the goal of the series, it helps to either read the detail document, read the genes document, or watch episode 1. But the TLDR is we want to breed a Wendigo, and that does not mean xenogerm implantation. Xenogerm implantation is not breeding, it's genetic implantation. It's totally different, and not the goal of this series at all. Okay, let's get rid of the old extractor in lieu of the new one. Get that new one built. Hard to rebel if you don't have arms or legs. Yeah, but then someone has to feed you, and slaves don't do wardening. So I'm not going to remove the legs of prisoners until Wendy doesn't have to do it herself, because that would be a totally irresponsible misuse of her time. to have to be the warden for a burgeoning prison. I mean, that's a horrible idea. Cheers. I don't have the non-violent gene for slaves yet. That'd be really nice to have, but I don't get a lot of opportunities to obtain high mates. High mates never show up in raids, so it's pretty rare that they show up here for me to gene rip them. Hypothermia. Well, get yourself warm, then. Don't make it my problem. Hey, Critical. Thank you for gifting out a sub. Yet another one. I saw that, delivered some food to the tank. Cool. He's 5 years old. Or 4 years old still. She. Gonna get genders wrong constantly. Alright, Wendy, how are you doing? You're doing alright. Slept in the cold. I can fix that. Soul Wayne is back. Our hauler, which is really helpful. So I think what I'll do here is fine meals is these are cannibal fine meals specifically. So I'll make until I have 20 of those. And then I will also make simple meals until I have 4. And this will be of vegetarian only. And that way, or let's say 5. And that way, Sky Peanut will cook simple meals for the prisoners. Bloodthirsty ship. Oh. Yeah. This is a huge opportunity. Where are you? Ah, there you are. Why, hello there. We have a Sangophage paying us a little visit. I hacked him. Hey, Sky Peanut. I'm gonna trust you for a minute with Molotovs. There's nothing funnier than setting a Sangophage on fire. Assault has begun. Perfect. Kish, you got a little shotgun attached to you. How about you come attend this fight too? Oh, it's Tony Cefalu, I bet. Yep, Tony Cefalu. You know, you play enough RimWorld when you know the last names of random people, right? So this is a Edekin Sangophage. That's cute. Oh, get Flo, you're downed. Yeah, weakling. Pathetic. Pathetic. Yeah, Orange Chaos, thank you for fighting the fires that, like, literally no one else is doing. Nothing like a robot doing it. All right. I don't know if anyone caught what I just did, but it's spicy. It's real spicy. Wendy is a vampire now. So if we take a look at her xenogerms, she is deathless and perfect immunity and scarless and ageless. She's killable, technically. You can cut off her head, but very powerful. Hey, Sky Peanut, can you put this fire out? And she's going to be in a coma, a brief coma, and I'm hoping that Sky Peanut doesn't want to rebel in that time. So I'm going to have to try to lock him down. If he does, my robots are active. I left them on escort, so the robots would probably kick his butt. One way to actually limit his limit the rebellion here is stick all the weapons elsewhere. So critically important that weapons goes in a separate room so that Sky Peanut's rebellion interval drops. I don't think I'm going to do blood extractions. I'll probably just drink live blood. Sounds more fun to me. It's also cheaper on the medicine. Far cheaper. So interestingly enough, yeah, you can see the unattended. The slave interval is really, really high. So I am risking a slave rebellion, but I do have robots that would crush him pretty quickly. That's why it was spicy. It wasn't so much spicy that I was becoming a vampire. It was spicy that there's a significant rebellion risk. But Soul Wayne is trying to limit that rebellion risk now by moving all the weapons. And then I think what I'm going to do is use some magic to move Orange Chaos inside. You can still zone them even though I'm knocked out. So I can move Orange Chaos around so that Orange Chaos can act as protector, as you can see, right? Like, right at the door. So, if you want to mess around, you'll find out what that feels like. Kazinra, thank you for the resub. And DJ Fate, thank you for tuning in to your first stream, and welcome. So, 2-day interval and a 2-day coma, roughly. 1.4 day coma. I like how these prisoners, because I have them on escort, yeah, go berserk, I dare you. there's so much robot force here. Why collect xenogenes if the idea is to have all genes be germline? Why not both? Counter argument. Why restrict yourself to one method? Shaman merchant coming in. Well, no one can trade with you. Maybe Mac can, actually. And Mac is now 5. Nope, they're leaving because it's too cold. Bye! Yeah, you can sell genes off for cash. You can also implant. There's roughly like maybe I'm gonna guess a number, something like about 150 genes that are not possible to get germline without editing the scenario. Because the only germline genes you can get are from the species that have germline genes, like Neanderthals or Wasters or Edekin. And if you... oh, speaking of which, let's... Oh, this will kill him? How long is your genes regrowing for? Yeah, 2 years? Yeah, we're gonna kill you. Bye! Once, yeah, so the idea is to produce a Wendigo through germline genes. So the whole basis of this story is essentially that the Empire uses hussars and genies. About 25% of their population are implanted hussars and genies. And all it takes to disable a xenogermed individual is to implant a new xenogerm. So if I implanted a xenogerm into Zal here, everything that is xenogenes would get wiped out. And then Zal would just become a default Edekin instead. So Wendy left the Academy, the Glitterworld Academy, to seek a stronger alternative than Hussars and Genies in the Xenogerm program. Yeah, I could collect her egg first. That's a good call. Because there's a, you know, it has a limited amount of strength. Nice! That actually worked. And this is from Vassallo. You know, I might as well have you fertilize them. See if they're any good. Oh, Slave Rebellion. Right. This one is viable. Reduced pain, yeah, right? Reduced pain, robust are both wanted genes, and there's no unwanted genes. So that works. And then this one is not viable because it has slow wound healing. Oh, don't beat up Rosie. I like how my Agrabot is... Can you guys move? I don't know what their deal is. They're not really moving. No, they sure are protecting me, I guess. Well, you're getting the snot beat out of you. I wonder if I get out of this coma in time. Yeah, I don't. No, I don't. Mac. I have to have you, intervene. I'm sorry, kiddo. Nothing like a 5-year-old picking up a slave. You don't know how to doctor, do you? So that was only limitedly useful. Well, Sky Peanut, I guess you're going to slowly bleed out. A victim to your own stupidity. Actually, no, you can self-tend once you're conscious. So let's get you conscious. I am going to inject you with Wake Up. Oh, no, I can't, because I don't have a doctor. Okay, Mech. Enter growth vat. And hopefully Slowane will be able to feed you. Because you're going to be bio-starved otherwise. What's his genes? Cold tolerant, heat tolerant, poison stimulus, immune to toxic gas or toxins, strong immunity, reduced pain, and yep, is now getting fed. Good. Well, mistakes were made, weren't they? Maybe you'll regain consciousness and be able to self-tend. No. Not if your blood loss is extreme. Bye, Sky Peanut. I'll rip your skull out, though, unlike the others. So I did have Vassalocross Sky Peanut, which is tankable. So let's get another tank. I should probably get rid of guide role unfulfilled soon. I like how Wendy is now able to move like right as he died. Right? Like, unfortunate timing for him, huh? So Wendy is up. She is now... Her green genes are going to be regrowing for about 2 years as a result of becoming a vampire. But she can live feed and suck the blood out of the prisoners here. So, oops. Sorry, Sky. I didn't mean to do that. So, yeah, that's pretty useful. Let's go ahead and gene murder the Vampy Wamp. There's only room for one vampire in this community. And it's me. And then I'm going to go butcher Sky Peanut. This is why you like Cleanerbot? Yeah, no kidding. Also, I have a lot of mechs to repair, don't I? Because stupid Sky Peanut got all spicy and thought he could fight me. Did not work. Oh, hi, another mech cluster. Hey, Randy, do you think you're overdoing it with the mech clusters? Like, that's kind of all I've been getting. Cluster after cluster after cluster after cluster. This cluster is just designed stupidly. It literally, with a smoke launcher, can't do anything. And it's a climate adjuster? A part of me just wants to blow up the climate adjuster and leave the turrets active and just avoid them. Honestly, that would be not such a bad idea, because then I just have active turrets to murder anyone that comes by and messes with me. So maybe I'll get around to doing that at some point. That way, if any raids come in, they have to fight the cluster for me, and I don't have to do anything. Oh. Well, okay. Ask and ye shall receive. Hey, let's go wake that up. Where'd my SMG go? It's in the other room, isn't it? This door is open, though. I'm fastest because I'm a vampire. Come on, stop fighting the door. Okay, everybody behind walls. Nobody go outside. Except for me. So, vampires do have Coagulate, which is an instant 10 dull wounds, a Piercing Spine, which is a damage spell, Blood Feed, which allows me to suck blood, Long Jump, which is kind of like a jump pack. So there's a lot of ways for me to get out of problems easily. Alright, so the turrets are active. I'm just going to dip away, back behind the walls. And then these little crazy puppies here, I'm going to hack their brains. Not literally, but gonna force them to go do my bidding and attack that cluster for me. Oh, I still need to repair Parduk, huh? Where is Kish? Oh, Kish. Build those things. The wall. Okay, there we go. Super fast wound healing. I like that. That's a gene that I'm happy to have out of that Vampy Wamp. That's 400% right there. Gonna burn the midnight oil so I can send these huskies out to the mech cluster, because mech clusters, or rather manhunters, fall asleep and lose interest if you take too long. So as I wall this up, oh, you know, I just realized is I have these down here as well. Yeah, I'll have to wall those up. As I wall up the ways into the base, the animals will seek other potentially viable paths to get into the base. And if I wall them all up, they will go mess with the mech cluster instead. So that's what I'm doing. Do I have a gene tutorial? No, not yet. So is all the ways out? No path. Yep, all the ways out are now walled. So all these dogs... Interesting. They are not finding a way to get to the mechs. Even though the mechs should be a viable target. Let me break this door. It might just be that they literally can't... it's too far, targeting-wise. Because they look very broken right now. But I'll open this door up and see if they can't... Oh, yeah, there we go. Yep. Now they're traveling here, and they will hit the mechs on the way there. Doing my bidding. Ovum extracted, but not genes. So, Vassallo, you're going in next. So, I am going to end this episode when I get the second egg fertilized. It's a little ways out, but I'm going to go a little long as a result. Thank you. Done. I did nothing. Ultimately, very lazy. Dogs did all the work. And then if I wanted to mess with the dogs even further, all I'd have to do is deconstruct this one, reconstruct that one, draw the dogs here, and just shoot them through the deep water. Because why not? So you'll see all the dogs going to the other door I just opened up, except for the unconscious ones. And then all that leaves is the climate adjuster, which is an easy peasy clear. Once the dogs are done and out of my way and no longer a threat to me, I will I'll get the steel required to complete the biolab, because it's been a while. Sorry, puppies. Life ain't fair. I hurt you, you can't hurt me. A little worried about the pikeman accidentally clipping me. I'm gonna move it closer. Oh god, they're eating one another. Husky cannibalism. Oh, are you ever? You're having yourself a good chomp. Hey, Agani, how you doing? Maybe after what happened with Maxwell, you shouldn't watch me kill huskies. Just, might be a little triggering. Oh, man. I have one right behind me, so... Tusky, don't look. Don't look, friend. Don't look. What is a climate adjuster? A climate adjuster, generally speaking, if you're on a cold tile, it makes it colder. If you're on a warm tile, it'll make it warmer. It's just a way to mess with you for threat. So for my map tile, it's obviously making it just more cold, because I live in the stupidly frozen tundra ice sheet here. Alright, mechs, you are going to be unrestricted, because I think the threat is over, except for Rosie on home zone and Parduke on farm. And then, same with us. I'm just going to finish hunting them so they don't get back up and mess with me. You guys can go idle in the base. I like to keep my, my robots sort of centrally located so that I can very quickly react to threats near home. All right, Wendy. Tomorrow, it's going to be... Oh, Vassallo, you are needing to be brought back. That's another thing, is this is a bad location for weapons in the long run because it's next to the gene extractor where, like, people will get up. Oh, come on, give me a break. This is a prepare a while, and it's Uncle of Mac. How is that possible? I'm sorry, game, but I just grew him in a vat. How does he have an uncle? He does not have an uncle. And brother of Vassallo. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Vassallo is the... Okay. Alright, I take it back, I take it back. Makes more sense now. Alright, Rosie, come back in. So there are a bunch of Neanderthal brawlers. Meaning that there's a possibility of capturing. I don't know how they're going to fare with hypothermia, though. But I'm definitely going to want to take out the climate adjuster sooner or later, because if it gets too cold on this home tile, what ends up happening is I won't get attacked by humans anymore. It will just be too cold for the humans to arrive, and I start to get attacked by mechs instead. Which is maybe why I'm getting all of the mech clusters. Is because it's too cold for human raiders. Already, as it is. Slow Wayne. Oh, do I want you going out there? Not really. Let's get my... Oh, never mind. It's fight time. They're brawlers. So let me think about this. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm also a vampire, so I can mess with them even more. What, do you forget where you're going, Conga? It's a conga line. And Slow Wayne, are you able to get... Where? Let me pause a second. Where is Slow Wayne? Oh my god, you're going that far for a puppy? Okay. Alright, I'm going to try to min-max this to minimize the amount of damage that they can do to Orange Chaos. So keep the one in front intact, who's already wounded and not very good at combat. Except for they keep going down. Hell of a time to throw insults around. Hi, Rosie. I don't need a cleaning bot. Come back later. Maid service not required. And another fling. So here is long jump. And I'll show you piercing spine as well in just a second when I catch up. Here's piercing spine. Splat. And you guys, a 43-year-old, so that is egg extractable. I am going to coagulate your wounds. So I don't want mule, I don't think. Yeah, I don't want mule. Well, I'll capture both, you know. Take their genes and all. But good job, Robo Fighters. You did a really good job there. So in order to stop them from bleeding out, I can coagulate them instantly. And then they're patched up and then capture them. And I need to feed on some of my prisoners for additional blood, for additional hemogen. I'm not ready to open up that other prison yet. So let's see. I will feed on you. Yoink. I'll feed on you. Yoink. On Sky. And on Mule. And now my hemogen's nice and full. It's also a really good way if I have a... if the prisoners start to try to go berserk or whatever, I can feed on them until they lose consciousness. And then I don't really have to worry about them fussing. Because I just... Oh, you're 53. Yeah, you're not going to be useful for eggs. You're past the egg life span. Goes up to 49 once you turn 50. No more eggs, as you can see. Sterile. Okay, well, we will rip genes. That's fine. Yeah, Wendy will basically eat you until you can't move anymore. That is exactly right. That is what I do. Mex, you are... Yes, you're free to go about constructing again. So the end goal is to get the second egg in the vat. So that's what I'll be working towards. I could get some hemo bags from them, hemogen bags, but I have live prisoners. So I'm not too concerned about using the meds for that. Sounds like a lot of doctoring. More than I'd want to do. Hey, Mac is 6. Can you have more than one vet? Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm making a second one right now. Already on top of it. I have a lot of slag that I could probably smelt down if I had the metal for a smelter, which I don't have. I also need to repair Orange Chaos, but that's a lot of steel, so I'd really like to see Slovane actually start to haul that. So where is he? You're hauling meat to the vat. Okay, that's appropriate. We don't want our favored daughter to starve. Extracted poor social. Alright, I'm going to gene kill her though, because she can't be used for eggs, so why have her? And the vat needs about 40 more steel. Did you just hurt my Rosie? Oh, that's a bad idea. Not execute. Nope, I'll make the money. So if I want to patch these guys up instantly, boom, 6, 7, 17. Oof. 6. And then blood feed. Leaving you unconscious. Yeah, don't care. Unconscious, don't care. If it kills them, it will warn you about that too. Unconscious and unconscious. So I just fed on them until they lost consciousness, which is fine by me. They'll behave that way. Sky, looks like your genes is ready for another round of involuntary fun. Their blood will come back. They're just blood loss extreme. I'll show you what it looks like if you feed again. This will kill her. It does warn you so that you don't overfeed if you're trying to keep them alive. And the vat is currently in construction, so I'm just about at the end mark. I do, however, want to sell... What is this? Pollution stimulus, gray hair, and super immunity? I'll sell that. Slow and poor social, I will sell as well. I want to hit up the trader before they leave. I'll buy steel. It sounds crazy, but like, we're having to haul it from everywhere. So, there's a bunch of embryos. I think it's... This has gaunt head. Well, okay, they're stacked, so it's hard to tell. So I'm going to be more careful with the embryos. I'm not going to sell the wrong one. But there are some embryos that I'm going to ditch. They have a lot of hyperweave. Yeah, hyperweave is really overpriced, though. Most of the time. Okay, the embryo that I wanted is this one. This has gaunt head. That has gaunt head. This has slow learner. This has gaunt head. This has slow healing. And this has nothing that we want. So it's only this one that is viable. Basalo and Sky Peanut. So let me caravan that, and then the others can be sold. And I'm going to buy the wood. If I buy this batch of wood, I'm just not going to have to worry about wood for a long time. So this is the one I want to stick in the vent. Oh, wow. Just in time. They just left. Saved by the bell. You tell them to recharge. And we are all set. Insert the embryo. And then I think what I'm going to do is just allow all in this vat. I'm not going to try to make sense of what is and is not allowed. I don't get it, and I don't need to get it as long as it grows. Can't wait for Mac to be able to do stuff. Yeah, me too. Ooh, we just got another copy of Robust. If I have a second copy of Robust, let me go sell the first one. Oh, there's no one to sell it to. I forgot. They just left. And there we go. We have Colonist number 2 coming out. And friends, that means I'm out of time. I'm done with this stream, at least. Thank you for tuning in to the first Wendigo, which originally streamed live on Twitch November 3rd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that made it all the way to the credits and support the channel. I'll catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Wendigo.